Hello everyone, I'm Kim Crabill. Welcome back to Strengthen Your Walk in our series, Burdens to Blessings. Here we are at the end of our time together, the last part of our series. It seems like it was not so long ago that we began our Burdens to Blessings journey together and that I presented that brown bag to you. Along with the bag came the invitation to identify what was in that bag that was eating away at you by acknowledging the deep hurt inside your heart. Throughout our time together, we've done a lot of work with what's in that bag, haven't we? But here's the thing, taking those steps didn't change your story, did it? What was in your bag is still there. It remains the truth of what you've experienced. And though God could have, He didn't show up with a magic wand and make it disappear. No, He didn't. Because He doesn't want to change our story. He wants to change us in our story. I have traveled around the world for years presenting this study of burdens to blessings. And one story that will always stand out to me is the story of the college professor. I just finished speaking at a university and a number of women lingered to talk. I listened as they described their hurts and their regrets and abandoned dreams from a tragedy or a mistake in their lives. I was overwhelmed at how God had already begun the healing process in so many. But then I saw another woman headed toward me, and her body language told me of the pain she was carrying, and it prepared me for her abruptness. "I don't believe what you said," she declared. "I cannot believe God would or could take a devastating or demoralizing sin and create anything that's useful to Him." I could immediately see that whatever she had experienced, she was convinced that it was beyond God's desire or ability to transform. "It's not about the sin," I responded. "We have all sinned." And that's as far as I got before she harshly interrupted. "But my sin," she said, "my sin is so much greater than all the others." She continued to tell me that she had lived with this secret sin for over 30 years. Tucked only in her heart, and no one knew. Looking into her eyes, I saw the destruction wrought by an enemy who isolates the hurting, the lonely, and the vulnerable to use his words only to steal, kill, and destroy. I felt her shame and heard all the guilt and regret. My heart ached for her as I invited her to continue. It took a while, but she finally confided what she had always thought to be unpardonable to God. I held her as she sobbed. 30 long years of guilt and pain, self-condemnation, and personal disgust were being purged from her heart. She acknowledged she was a believer, but she had never been able to believe God for His forgiveness. She had not been able to rid her mind of the past. She could not forget. And I knew why she could not forget. God did not want her to. This was her burden. This was her task in waiting. About 6 months later, I received a beautiful message from my new friend. She had begun counseling women who were facing the same struggles she had faced, and it was making a huge impact on all their lives. This, my friend, is how burdens become blessings. Once she aligned her truth with God's truth, she found an ongoing healing for herself she never thought possible, and the thrill of offering God's hope to those He placed before her. What an amazing God we serve, taking those things which are eating away at us and transforming them into something we can use to feed God's hope to others. That's what our God can do. As we close, I'd like to thank you for joining me. I hope to meet you again one day soon, but until then, my prayer is that you truly see how very much you and your story matters. I pray you will always remember that God truly wants to take every hurt that has been eating away at you and heal you. And then I want you to know the joy that He doesn't stop there. His desire is to make you a voice of His hope to everyone around you. This is the transformational journey of burdens into blessings. Is it possible for you? Oh, my friend, is not only possible, it's a promise from God.